motorcycle riders' square measure overrepresented in fatal traffic accidents. 1. In 2019 alone, motorcycles accounted for 3/dimensional of all registered vehicles within the U.S. However, motorcyclists created up Bastille Day of all traffic deaths, consistent with the National Route Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA. 1. And a calculable 84,000 motorcyclists were blistered in accidents that year. 2. Riding a motorbike is inherently risky. 2. However, safe riding practices, and helmets, will scale back the number of injuries and deaths. Cars creating left-hand turns. Collisions between cars creating left-hand turns and motorcycles square measure common, and infrequently deadly. In 2019, NHTSA rumored that in nearly half all fatal crashes involving an automobile and a motorbike, the automobile was turning left at the time of the crash. Cars turning left usually strike oncoming or passing motorcycles in intersections. Common reasons for left-turn accidents include: 1. Driver distraction. 2. Low visibility. It's typically laborious for drivers in cars to ascertain and decide the speed of motorcycles. 3. Speeding. Left turn right-of-way laws square measure clear. Drivers turning left should yield to different traffic. So, the driving force of an automobile UN agency hits a motorbike, whereas turning left can virtually actually be guilty. See below for additional on the importance of fault in automobile accident claims. However, motorcyclists would possibly share fault in left-turn accidents if they speed, run a red light wait, or ride within the wrong lane. Collisions. Motorcyclists square measure unambiguously vulnerable after they hit different cars and glued objects, like trees, guardrails, fences. Not like passengers during an automobile, rockers are not secure by a box of metal, or soft by airbags. And motorcycles square measure abundant smaller and lighter than cars. Let's speak additional regarding the foremost common varieties of bike collisions. Motorcycles and head-on collisions. According to the 2019 NHTSA report, simply over half the 5,114 motorcycles concerned in fatal accidents enclosed another moving vehicle. In 3/4 of these accidents, the automobile smitten the motorbike within the front. Only 7 members of motorcycles were rear-ended. Head-on collisions are one in every of the foremost dangerous sorts of accidents for riders thanks to the mismatched quantity of force concerned. Cars usually weigh fourfold the maximum amount as motorcycles, and also the lack of safety options on motorcycles. Collisions between motorcycles and firm objects. Motorcyclists were additional probably to die in collisions with mounted objects, compared with individuals and rider cars in 2019. For instance, motorcyclists are severely separated or killed after they veer off a rain-slicked road and hit a tree or a fence. Of the 5,114 fatal motorbike accidents in 2019, 23% were collisions with mounted objects, compared to 16% for rider cars, 13% for lightweight trucks, and 4-dimensional for giant trucks. Road hazards. The driver of an automobile may barely notice things like uneven road surfaces, gravel on pavement, and railway tracks. However, youth subculture must be compelled to air high alert for common hazards like these. Because of motorcycles are smaller and fewer stable than an automobile, irregularities and sudden objects within the road will cause a motorbike to crash. Motorcycle lane overturn. Most drivers have seen it. A motorbike snaking between a line of stopped or slowly moving cars. The observe is termed line overturn, or generally lane sharing or lane filtering. Lane overturn may be a common reason behind motorbike accidents because of cars merely are not expecting a vehicle to pass them in slowed or stopped traffic, and there's little or no space for motorcycles to maneuver after they weave between cars. As of 2021, solely many states permit lane overturn. If associate accident happens once a motorbike is lane overturned, there is a smart probability the traveler is found guilty. Motorcyclist riding behaviors. Motorcyclists may not be ready to management factors like road hazards, however they will management their own risky behaviors. Some motorcyclists, often young and male, statistics show, are willing to interrupt the law and violate safety rules after they ride. Let's take a better explore however traveler behaviors contribute to traffic accidents. Alcohol use. Riding a bike whereas intoxicated is implausibly dangerous, and it is a crime. Nearly half-hour of motorcyclists in fatal crashes in 2019 were alcohol impaired, blood alcohol level of 0.08% or higher. Speeding. Light and additional powerful motorcycles, like sport and supersport bikes, encourage rushing and different bad behavior. A full 33rd of motorbike riders in fatal crashes in 2019 were rushing. Younger riders area unit even additional possible to be concerned in fatal accidents whereas rushing. Half all riders within the 21 to 24 cohort who died in bike accidents were rushing after they crashed. Not sporting a helmet. One of the simplest things a traveler will do to remain safe is to wear a helmet. The NHTSA estimates that for each 100 bike riders killed in crashes whereas not sporting helmets, 37 of them may are saved had they worn a helmet. Some states need all bike riders to wear helmets. Different states need riders to wear helmets supported their age, like bicycle helmet laws. Step to require if you have been wounded during a motorbike accident. Your initial priority when a motorbike accident is to create certain you et al. Concerned within the crash area unit safe. Dial 911 right away if you would like emergency medical attention. If you are not certain if creating the decision is critical, dial 911 anyway. If you do not dial 911, call the police. An official is going to be sent to the scene. The officer can prepare a police report and speak to everybody concerned. A police report is terribly helpful in settlement negotiations. You can take steps to assist yourself get full compensation for your injuries. You ought to gather potential proof for your automotive accident case, including 1. Insurance data for any individual and vehicle concerned within the accident. 2. Names and phone numbers of all witnesses. 3. Pictures of the accident scene and your injuries. 4. Video footage from traffic and security cameras, and 5. A copy of the police report once it's out there.